And just like that, Seattle police retaking control of the East Precinct on Capitol Hill. By order of Mayor Jenny Durkan, protesters forced out of the zone earlier this morning, although many of them are saying it's not over. Let's give you a live look right now from Sky King, and this is part of the area that used to be CHOP, and it is essentially cleared out. Most of the people you see there appear to be police or officials with the police department. Not any protesters left, but there's obviously a lot to clean up and a lot to sort of sort out where we are in this, what happens now. Our Kira El Fallon joining us live from Capitol Hill. So Kira, how would you describe the scene where you are right now?
Yeah, good morning. A much calmer scene than we were seeing earlier on this morning. This afternoon, we're seeing maybe just a handful of protesters out here, just a couple left behind this morning. But we also want to show you back this way where city crews are here just kind of removing some of the stuff inside the CHOP zone this morning, clearing out the area. Police are very happy to be back inside the East Precinct this afternoon. And this area, formerly known as CHOP, I should say, is now off limits to protesters. So earlier on this morning, demonstrators were forced to leave the CHOP zone after being there for weeks. They were pushed out by Seattle police, who were met with some resistance. Traffic cones were thrown in the air, pepper spray was used, and at least 31 people were arrested for either refusing to leave, obstruction, assault, or unlawful weapon possession. Most protesters did, however, leave peacefully.
I think it's kind of crazy because people were in their tents and they were sleeping, and to see them actually like drag people out their tents and whatnot, it's crazy to me because people were just actually being here peacefully. But I also can understand why they're here because of the violence. We knew it was coming, you know what I mean, because of that violence. So Mayor Jenny had to do something.
This morning, business owners opening their doors to all the commotion, some outwardly happy to see demonstrators leave their streets after weeks of protest and in some cases violence.
Yeah, from like the 9th of June, I've been writing the city asking them to straighten us out, because as soon as the march downtown poured out up here, this turned into a battlefield right away. It instantly became a draw for people that were really angry about what was going on and at each other. And it's been an endless scene of pissed off people every day.
City crews now continue to clear out the now formerly known CHOP zone, I should say, this morning, and they will continue to do so throughout the day. But protesters are saying CHOP is not about the location, but CHOP is the people, and they will continue to share their message for as long as they can. Live here from Capitol Hill, I'm Kira El Fallon, King 5 News.
Hey, Kira, quick follow-up question. Not sure if you know, but if people who live in that area or work there need to get in, do you know, do they have to provide identification to the officers, or how does that work?
That's a good question. I don't know if they're providing identification to the officers. I have seen people come up here and talk to officers. I don't know if they're just curious about the situation, if they live in the area, or if they work in the area, but we're not sure exactly how they're identifying who actually lives in this area.
Yeah, all right, a lot to sort out. Great stuff. Thank you. Kira El Fallon reporting live from Capitol Hill. Meantime, U.S. Attorney General William Barr, within the last half hour, saluting Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best, although not Mayor Durkan, in a statement today. Speaking with reporters at the clearing out earlier this morning, Best said she supports protests, but that CHOP had become something different.
The people in the city protest peacefully all the time. We have over 300 demonstrations and marches a year, about 75 of which we deploy officers. But this was not that. This was a takeover of an area where a lawlessness is allowed to prevail.
Again, Police Chief Carmen Best earlier today on Capitol Hill. And in the midst of all this chaos, people in the neighborhood gave us a glimpse of the CHOP takeover via social media. Amity Idrisi with that angle.
Social media played a big part this morning, both in action and intent. Before the sweep began, Seattle Police posted this video I want you to look at right here. They posted this on Twitter and Facebook, and it was of some of the crimes that have happened in the CHOP over the past several weeks. It was edited, obviously. They were preparing for this moment, knowing so many eyes would be on them. And so much of this movement has been captured by the eyes and ears of citizen journalists. The most notable, perhaps, is Omari Salisbury with Converge Media. Here's a picture he took this morning right before police began to move into the area. It shows police standing by with their bicycles, getting ready to do what's called a pushback maneuver to get protesters out of the area. Later on, our field crews caught this video of protesters trying to push back against police, some aggressively charging the police line, but those officers kept moving forward to secure the East Precinct. Check out this video shot by Dustin Akers from what looks to be like an apartment overhead. I liked this shot because you could see the amount of protesters left compared to police. And this is what protesters left behind. A lot of debris, tents. This tweet says, #CHOP, what a mess. A lot of protesters left behind art and some posters here. This one criticizing Mayor Jenny Durkan. And Seattle police continued to use social media throughout the morning, showing some of the evidence they picked up from some of the arrests that they made. This is a metal pipe that they took from an arrested man of 29 years old. And then city workers also found this improvised spike strips designed to puncture vehicle tires in the area of CHOP. So as the morning wound down, obviously people were posting pictures of a calmer scene, like these officers standing on the corner, just keeping an eye on everything. And this is one of my favorites. This was captured by Rich Smith of The Stranger, showing a woman walking with her baby through the area right next to the paddy wagon from SPD. So again, so much of this movement captured by journalists, citizen journalists who are out in the field, and certainly we'll continue to see. In Seattle, I'm Amity Adrisi, King 5 News.